So I recently came into this bug that casually happens when you are a programmer, right? And that is an infinite loop that is happening in your game and it's stuck. And you have no idea where exactly this is happening in. So that's what's happening for me right now. It was stuck and I was trying to figure out what this could be. Like how can I find this bug? Or how can I find where this infinite loop is happening? And I would like to tell you guys how to figure this out. I'm currently running C++ in Godot using Visual Studio. So I'm using Visual Studio. I don't know how it works when it comes to other editors. This is just a Visual Studio thing. And I really rarely have found any videos on this on how to locate infinite loops. But let me give you some context and give you guys what is my infinite loop, and we can go dive in and figure out how to debug this issue. So let me give you the context. Drop one here. My inventory is full. I'm about to break this a piece of it and we'll drop a resource and we'll try to find a place to drop it to, but it won't know where to drop it because every single direction there's something where it's occupied, right? I mean, technically you can see that maybe you can drop it here, but it won't be able to, given the logic that I have for it. So let's go and break this rock. Let me select my pickaxe and then there we go. Now it's stuck in an infinite loop because it's trying to find where to drop it. And I got nothing else to do. So it gives me this like Godot engine is not responding and it's waiting for it to respond. And it's never going to break from it because it's in an infinite loop. So let's jump into the code and into Visual Studio. And I'll tell you how to locate where this infinite bug is at. In case you were in a situation where you actually don't know where this infinite bug is at. I casually told you right now because I kind of already did it in the off screen, and I thought, you know, let's make a video on this. So let's jump into the code real quick. All right, so jumping back into here into Visual Studio, I'll tell you how to be able to locate this bug. At least in my case, where majority of infinite loops that have happened to me, because you know sometimes it does happen. That's why you got to be careful when it comes to while loops, but I do use it occasionally. And I will tell you how I handle and how I figure it out. And for majority of the cases that I've had infinite loops, this is a good way to figure out how to find it. So I will go back to the top. If the Visual Studio is not attached to your game, I will do that so it knows, you know, where to break and all of that. So if you haven't attached your Visual Studio to it, so we'll attach it. If it's already attached, you don't need to, you can skip this this step. But for me, I need to find it. And I know I can select the window, but when it's stuck in an infinite loop, it will not work. This select window, and for me, it is this one, Godot Edenville debug. So we'll attach that to that. So once it's attached, and you're able to have breakpoints anywhere here and be able to trigger breakpoints now that it's attached, we will want to go back into the debug menu on top, and in here you want to go into break all. And what this will do, it will break the stack and will pause it in the current location that it's located in. So we'll break it and we'll stop there. This is the current stack where it was at. Going to the call stack, you're able to go back and figure out where is this located in. So we know we got some Godot stuff in here that's not coming from mine. So we got some stuff in here. We got something that's getting custom data, which is not really from my code. We do have this that is being called this multiple times. That's where it was stopping at. So we keep going back into the stack and try to figure out where is this while loop. And we finally came into this while loop that's happening here. I'm doing a do while loop, and this is where we're trying to find a good position where to drop the item in. So I'm doing do while loop, and as long as it's not in an environment or has collisions or it's not walkable, or if it's a water, or that tile is a water, you know, keep looping here until it finds a random position. And but as you can see, there is nothing here that will break from it. And even put a note here saying, hey, probably need to add a flag here in case of an infinite loop. So I even posted it here saying that. So this is where we find the first for loop here. So we figure it out, which is great. So in order to break it from the game, so you don't have to restart your whatever you're working either on Unreal Engine, Unity, or in my case Godot, without restarting it. What you can do is go back into debug and terminate all. So now your game is back to normal. You don't have to like go to your processes and remove Godot or whatever engine you're using and restart it. You can just terminate it that way. So let's add a flag here to be able to break away from it. Coming back, I added this flag, so I have an int that starts at 0 and it will increase over time. And once it reaches about, I'll probably say about 100 iterations. Once it reaches 100 iterations, it probably needs a little less though, but I think 100 is fine for now since the while loop is pretty fast. If it reaches there, that means this is never ever gonna find a location in here. And if it doesn't find a location, then we don't need to offset the position. I'll just spawn it on top of my player because I know that location is okay, right? So I don't need to offset it in any way. And that's how I'm doing my flag right now. So you know what, let me fix this. Oh, actually, it won't be an infinite loopholes in here. I'll remove the infinite loop since I already kind of fixed it. But yeah, that is my fix for this. So let's build it and we can run it back into the game and see if it's still happening. All right, so coming back into the game, let's figure out if this is still happening. So let's come back in here into the same rock. We'll bring my pickaxe and let's start to see if it's gonna happen. And it looks like it's good. So we figure out the problem and where exactly that infinite loop was happening on. And that's a good way to figure out your infinite loops. And for a majority of the time, I'm able to figure that out and by doing that. So, and just a reminder, this is in Visual Studio and C++. You can also do it in Unity and C# as well, because I've done it for myself. And there you go, guys. There you go. So, like I said, this is my game that I'm working on called Edenville, and currently still in development. And I do development blogs over time, so if you guys are interested, feel free to give it a follow or subscribe. I do plan to do a live stream tomorrow if you're watching this today on Wednesday the 9th of April. So tomorrow the 10th of April I will be doing a live stream in the morning, so feel free to look out that stream and join me on that. This is my first time live streaming for this game and I have no idea how it's gonna go, but hopefully you guys will be there and join me as we are looking for bugs and all of that kind of stuff and just chilling. So anyways, guys, have a great day and I'll talk to you guys later.